Hello, my name is Grushin, and I am CTO at NextLeague, where we are very proud to be working with some of the most innovative companies in the sports technology space. Today, I will be providing my first impressions on Apple's Vision Pro. A bit of history for those that remember when Google Glass was introduced. The original pre-order was available in 2013, and the price was $1,500.
Here's the unboxing.
It's all about the paper.
And the unpeeling. Ooh. Nice. There you go.
And then some of you probably will also remember Microsoft HoloLens, which was available for $3,000. As part of the previous version of NextLeague, we bought that in order to be ahead of what is coming up. And that is one of the reasons why we are playing with the Vision Pro today. To give you a little bit of a preview of what we will be discussing in this video, I will not go through extensive unboxing, I will not talk about consumer features. I will focus on thinking about how this device can be used either by our team as an enhancement to what they're already doing, or by our customers to deliver more value to their fans. Let's take a look at hardware. And as you would imagine, it's beautifully designed. Every detail is thought through. Let's talk about a few that stood out to me. Based on some of the videos I watched, some people found this uncomfortable. For me, this fits very well. And there's an attachment that goes on top, and that alleviates the pressure on your cheeks. I didn't spend enough time on it in order for it to be an issue, but I also was able to adjust this headband to sit higher on my head. With my haircut, it's also not a problem that this would mess up my hair. When I was picking up in a store, I did a demo, and it was recommended that you hold it in front like this, but in order to take off, I'm gonna hold it. And now you see this beautiful piece of glass. And this is a lower quality display in front that allows you to see the person's eyes or the digital representation of them. I will let other reviews show you what it looks like. Everything works very well, but this piece is magnetic and very easily comes off. So if I pick it up, not by the metal piece, but by this, it's very easily comes off. So all of this is adjustable. This piece is also adjustable. And while I'm talking about the hardware, the two controls are on the top. This is the crown that can be pressed or rotated. And this button takes videos or pictures. I find it very easy to put on, and this dial allows me to make this a little bit looser or more tight, very similar to snowboarding shoes. This is what it looks like. And if this starts to feel uncomfortable, I can attach this and it goes on top of my head in order to alleviate the pressure on my cheekbones. I am actually not feeling that pressure because I am putting this headband higher up. I'm going to put the cover back on just so I can handle it a little bit easier without leaving fingerprints. What I found interesting is that these speakers are very good, but also people around you can hear what you're watching. If you're thinking about using this when your significant other is sleeping or on a plane, you will need to invest into AirPods in order to make sure that you don't disturb people around you. Let's continue talking about the hardware. The weight of Vision Pro goes from 600 to 650 grams, depending on the light seal and the handband configuration. On this side, you will see the battery connectivity, and the battery looks like this. It gives about 2 hours of usage, and you can connect this battery to a charger that goes into the wall, and then you can use it indefinitely. That's pretty much everything that comes with the kit. There is an extra light seal of different size that might fit better. It's very easily removed because it's magnetic. One thing that you would consider buying is probably protection, because if one of your kids or yourself will drop, this is going to be a very expensive mistake. Apple sells an insurance for $500. And you will probably want to invest into a carrying case. It's rather massive and is not something that I would be able to fit into my backpack, which is not great. So that means that the places where I might be using Vision Pro, like on the plane, I now have to think about how to carry this so that it's not another piece of luggage that I have to bring. Is it possible that I can put this into my bag? It's possible. Like, this cover seems pretty sturdy, and maybe other manufacturers will come up with a smaller carrying case. While it's pretty bulky, on the positive side, it feels very secure and reminds me of the Oculus carrying cases. So we can fit pretty much everything here. Find the zippers are not easy to use. Let's come back to the price. So for 256 gigabyte, it's $34.99. For 512 gigabyte, it's $36.99. And for 1 terabyte, it's $38.99. So $200 for each increment. Then you will likely want to buy a 2-year insurance, which is under $500. And then whatever the cost, you can buy it from Apple, or they're probably going to be third-party cases. You might also consider buying another battery. Let's talk about what you get for this rather large amount of money. Let's also keep in mind that Google Glass 10 plus years ago cost $1,500. And HoloLens, which was released in 2016, was priced at $3,000 for consumers and $5,000 for commercial. This has a lot more hardware and a lot more software built into it for around $4,000 if you take into consideration taxes and insurance. Here are my first impressions of using it. I took a 20-minute demo in the Apple Store, and everything was super intuitive. The setup, the navigation with your eyes, I was very comfortable within the first 10-15 seconds. In order to select something, you tap. In order to drag, you tap, hold, and then pull as a string. And then using 2 fingers, you can zoom in and zoom out. Very intuitive. And the beautiful part is that you're using your hands. Let's take a look at what the previous alternatives were. So this is Oculus Quest 2, and you had to use these controllers in order to navigate or do anything within the space. And that is quite cumbersome compared to this device. There's a pretty big price difference, but the usability, as you would expect from Apple, is pretty amazing. The setup was super easy, ability to create your persona, and I'll do a separate video of what my perception of persona is. If you're not familiar with this concept of persona, it's what Apple is using to describe the virtual version of me, which is created using this device. During the setup process, without the cover, there is a specific set of instructions that you follow in order for the cameras that are built into the Vision Pro scan your face and then create a 3D avatar of you. And that 3D avatar can be used in FaceTime and in other situations. Tomorrow, I'm having a FaceTime call with a good friend who also bought this. I'll record the video of how it went, and I can record the video directly inside the device, so you will be able to see what I see. And then I'm pretty sure my friend Andre will do the same. The quality of the screens and how easy and fast it is to adjust to your specific icon configuration and the shape of your face is very impressive. What is less impressive is the fact that it's only set up for one person. So I had to constantly go into a guest mode in order to allow my family members to play with it. And selecting which apps are available for those users is not as simple. It's unfortunate that at $3,500 plus, it's not easy to share this device with your family members. But the experience was pretty cool, and this headband worked well for all 3 of my kids without too much adjustment. Even though you have to go through a process of scanning your face in order for Apple algorithm to figure out which size of bands and light seal that's optimal for you, my kids of different ages had no issue experiencing it. Things for you to consider if you're thinking about buying one. Are you fully bought into the Apple ecosystem? I am a Windows and Android user. I have an iPad, I have a Mac that I use to test. I will use the device as much as possible, but it's not as easy as for someone who is fully bought into the Apple ecosystem. Thank you very much. I look forward to covering more details about this very interesting device and specifically how it can be used for productivity, how it can be used for collaboration, and how can it be used within the sports world to enhance the experience of fans. I know that some of our partners and clients are already exploring how to provide a better experience to their fans, and I look forward to covering those topics and those apps in the next set of videos. Thank you very much.